Schwags. It's a good fit. It's a good fit, right? This fit is good, buddy. That's our thing. We be talking about like our fits and shit. Like if he got a fit, he'll come and be like, "Yo, it's a good fit." Like,
oh wait, he's the one that be stealing your sneakers?
Yeah, man. No. Nah, I told him how I thought you stole my sneakers that time. Remember? Yeah, I went and got his ass out of school. Like, yeah, he's like, I don't be. He be trying to take my shit though. He'll always come and be like, "Yo, you not gonna wear these?" I'm stalling out on him because he wears the same size as me. So I'm trying, you know what I mean? He think he gonna wear size 10 for the rest of his life, and he only 13.
Nope.
Right.
You're probably gonna get to like 13, if anything.
Right. He gonna be tall as shit. Yeah. Big ass feet.
Hold on.
Sneakers cost the same amount anyway. It's just harder to find 13. 13 is like wearing a size 10. That's like a 13, common.
I think it's like an additional probably $250.
Depending on what sneakers though, but it's a very common size. Like 13 is like a common big size. Like 10 is the most common men's size. Like it's like 9, 10, 10 and a half ain't like that. Like 11, like 12, 11 to 12 is like people be finding 11 and a half, 11s and shit.
Right. Do me a favor, point it towards your mouth a little bit more. Yeah. Hey, yo.
That was crazy.
Move like this though. Like, dude.
Come on, man.
I know. We're gonna talk about that too, by the way. So do you think this is like one of the hardest fits you've had on in the show?
Nah, I don't know. I don't be planning it like that.
Stop lying, bro.
I don't really plan it out. I mean, I plan it out, but not really. Like I'm not like trying to outdo myself every time. Yeah, I'm just like, let me just throw some shit on today.
You do not. First of all, no, you don't. No.
What you mean?
You don't just throw some shit on today.
Yes, I do.
Look, you're color coordinating. You have the red laces. Right, you got the double. Right. I just realized you got denim 4s and a denim jacket with the red.
Oh, these the Levi's 4s, and it's a Levi's babe shirt. I mean, listen. All right, look, the red laces was in them. I put the red laces in these. Like I haven't worn these in like 2 years.
I purposely don't have a camera for the show, but y'all should see my face. I got the denim.
We should get Eddin's fit though. I mean,
oh hell no, Eddin don't be coming in to dress for the show.
Hey man, I'm on camera. You gotta have your appearance up to par. You feel me? Like people expect me to have on certain types of sneaks and all of that. You know, we got people that's here for the music conversations. We got people that's here for our miscellaneous nerd shit. We got people that's here for this to see what sneakers, you know what I mean, to check out the fit. We got something for everybody, I feel like.
That's true. Yeah. That being said, people did really love your fucking Mortal Kombat discussion last
They did?
Yes, they were like, I love seeing the comments that were like, yo, Wayno really knows about Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat is a part of my life.
Yeah.
Like just to put
you put that on tweet.
Listen, you should be talking about Street Fighter, dog. Like oof. Mortal Kombat Street, even though Street Fighter never had a really like good movie. They had like this.
Don't say that because the next thing you know, they're gonna definitely come out with another one.
I mean, I hope that they come out with one, but it was this YouTube. It was. Do you remember that YouTube channel called Machinima?
Yeah, of course.
So Machinima had made like, well, they actually didn't make it, but somebody had made like this Street Fighter short film, and it was really, really dope. I think it was Street Fighter Legacy or something like that. And Machinima had picked it up. They picked up the second season, but like the second one was done horrible. The first one's pretty dope.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
it was like Ken and Ryu's story with Shalong and Akuma, that whole story. But then it like the second joint was kind of that shit was trash. Yeah, this was what it was. What was it called?
Street Fighter Legacy. You're right. Yeah, Street Fighter Legacy.
Yeah. Nah, this shit was hard. I ain't gonna front. It was hard because like Ken had did like the Shoryuken and his fucking hand set on fire. You know how in the games the hand sets on fire?
Right.
But when the hand set on fire, like his glove had burnt. So it kind of looked like, even though Ken has a horrible wig, like if y'all could see this, like look at
his eyebrows.
Yeah, like he's dressed horribly. Like you know what I mean, he's dressed kind of horribly. But like the action scenes in this shit was pretty hard. You know what I mean? Like the action scenes in this shit was pretty dope.
It looks good. I mean,
but the best Street Fighter movie is Street Fighter, an animated movie. Did you ever see that?
No.
Yo, I'm gonna one day. You know what we're gonna do?
I'm here to.
You gonna come to my crib? Or we just gonna sit and watch movies for like 10 hours, like mad movies and like cartoons and shit you never seen.
I'm 1,000% with that.
All right, I'm with that.
That being said, is it Ryu or Ryu?
It depends on who's saying it. I call him Ryu.
I say Ryu.
But people call it Ryu. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, tomato, who gives a fuck?
Just for the nerds real quick.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
So before we really start, of course, as always, you guys know, we have a responsibility of giving y'all the content every week as much as you guys have a responsibility of letting us know how you feel about the
Let
content.
us know.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So, Wayno, what do they need to do?
They need to like, share, and subscribe. Also, you need to go and leave reviews, rate and review. You know what I'm saying? Tell us how you really feel.
Yes, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah. Hey, yo, hold on 1 second because we going to do. Hey, Kasir, my son is here. For everybody who doesn't know, he's off camera. Kasir.
Yeah.
Turn down your volume because your volume is throwing me off. I just heard your headphones, all right?
I heard that too, but I didn't want
Yeah, like, yo, chill out, bitch. Like, you going crazy. He over there going crazy, blasting and shit. But yeah, you got to make sure that you review, leave reviews, like, share, and subscribe. For everybody who has been sharing and like tweeting, I also want to say it was this young brother who had he wrote a tweet and he was like, yo, I gotta pause this because he was like, man, I feel like Wayno is talking directly to me. And that's what I want you to, you know what I mean? I am talking directly to you.
Right.
Like for everybody who is like, if we're like-minded, we're connected. You know what I'm saying? So let me get some energy going, man.
Exactly.
I'm kind of monotone right now. I need to.
You think you're monotone?
Right now, like I'm all right. Let me wake up because I feel like I was kind of still.
How about
asleep.
this? I'll read a couple of reviews.
All right, let's read some reviews today.
It'll be a little bit
Real quick.
uplifting. This is from S. Foster. Love this is the title. Glad to see Wayno winning. Huge fan and great to see this man with a pod. Will continue to support. We got Briz Way. Wayno is the reflection of ... Wayno is the reflection of the quote unquote hood that needs to be shown. He shows another side and point of view from the average person with that hustler mentality. And then I'm gonna read this longer one.
Let's get to it.
Ready. Last one. For real, June from Atlanta said, I was looking forward to this podcast since you first previewed it, but I ain't gonna lie, I was a little worried when I saw it was just you talking, but I love the way y'all are pulling it off. I'm enjoying the conversation among topics and turned in for show. I have not said for show in a long time.
For show.
For show. And looking forward to what's to come. That is some of the reviews from this week. Wayno.
Yes.
People love your nerd talk, man.
Hey, listen, man. I mean, it's a part of life, man.
It is a part of life. It's
Nerd
a big
talk
part of
is
your
definitely
life.
part of life. Absolutely, man. And that's the thing that makes me happy. Like, you know, comic books, video games, watching different types of content. Because I seen a lot of, like when we was talking about like the review pages, the breakdown pages on YouTube. It was a lot of people like, I forgot to shout out New Rockstars, who was one of my favorite.
That was it? Okay.
Yeah, I love New Rockstars, even though my man EA Voice, I feel like he's been off point. He hasn't been on point as he usually is. But yeah, like it's just dope to see that there's so many people that like watch the same type of content as me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't know that about me. They don't know that, you know, I'm into this type of shit. So we gonna connect on that. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna connect.
Right.
I wish Comic-Con was back, man.
Yo, you know, so I actually got my first shot yesterday of the Pfizer.
What you mean?
The vaccine.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I did it. My fucking arm hurts.
Really?
Yes. That being said, I went to the Javits Center to get that shit done. Right?
Did you have to pay for it?
No.
It's free?
Yeah, it's free.
Okay.
That being said, when I got there, I've been to Comic-Con at least like 4 or 5 times in my life.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. How many?
I've been there like 3.
Yeah.
3 times.
So you know when you walk in, it's just like it's usually like that big banner.
Right.
It's welcome to Comic-Con 20 blah blah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's mad fucking nerds.
Right.
Mad Deadpool.
Right.
All this shit. Walking in there, empty as shit. Mad dudes dressed in military garb.
Felt different.
It felt weird.
Yeah.
The energy was weird, but that being said, I feel like I'm sure by next year there'll be some sort of
I think so too.
going on.
I think so too. I hope so. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like even last year, people were following all these guidelines till it got hot. Like once it gets hot, it's hard for people to like. It's hard for people to stay inside because it's a lot of people who don't have an air conditioner. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people who feel trapped and want to go outside and experience things. So hopefully by next year it should be, you know, turned around a bit. But I mean, I'm eager to go back to Comic-Con, man. Like I buy a lot of SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z collection. I went to my man crib when I was in LA and I seen some shit that I totally forgot because I haven't bought one in so long. Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, he had the Vegeta, like when Vegeta turns into the ape.
Yes.
And I was like, I didn't even know this shit was out, but that's because I ain't been to Comic-Con. I ain't been tapped in that world in a minute. So it's kind of like I'm noticing how it's changed my life.
Yeah.
In a lot of different ways. So when you gotta get your next shot?
In like 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks, so like the 21st or some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, when I've been trying to get enough information on it.
About it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a different type of vaccine in comparison to everything else. And it's really funny because like I'm not surprised people are afraid about it. I get that I'm not about shaming anyone who does it and who doesn't do it because, especially like historically, they're just like with minorities and particularly with black people, it's just like, they've been fed a lot of lies. Yeah. A lot of fucked up shit.
Absolutely.
Things
That's
that
a fact.
kind of made people infertile.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so I think I actually did a panel with a doctor about 2 weeks ago, speaking and asking questions about the vaccine. Yeah. And she was basically explaining like, and don't take this that I'm just totally co-signing and because I'm still like, I say I'm like 50-50 on it, right? Right. So she was basically saying like, when you go to the doctor and you get prescribed, if you have any type of illness and you get prescribed certain type of medication, nobody like, we don't question that at all. Like we just go get our medication and take it. But like with the vaccine thing, it's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there. There's a lot of people who watch Grey's Anatomy and become doctors because they watched 4 or 5 seasons, right? There's a lot of people who might have, their mom is a nurse or their cousin is or you got those people who their family member works in the military, so they have all this special info, which is bullshit. But I think like not enough people are getting information from people who look like us. You know what I mean? Like in order to get information from this vaccine, honestly, no black person is going to trust no white person telling them to put something in their body. Understand. Right? But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of information out there that people aren't tapping into, right? And along the way, with every and again, I'm not saying go take it or nothing like that.
Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'm not co-signing for you to just go do it, get your information. But there's been plenty of things, plenty of drugs that have come out that people have taken and we've never looked into them. Right. So it's like, if you really want to get it, because the reason why people are complaining about taking it because they actually want to take it, but they're not sure about it. So I think that even still, that's a decision for that person to make individually. Go get as much information as you can and make a decision. Yeah. Now, if you don't, you don't. But if you do, you do. That's on you.
It's like the position you're in. It's like you're half and half about it, understandably. It's also just like, what's the situation you're in? Yeah. For me, with my household, something like this is just a good protection for the house. Yeah. I have older people in my home. Right. So it's just like, if I get sick and then I get everybody else sick, then,
Well, what I heard is like, I tell you, I caught it. I caught COVID. So like, same. What I heard is like, when you catch it, it's basically like a protection barrier for you catching it again. Yeah. So it's like, okay.
Antibodies.
Yeah, you just have the antibodies. So it's like, when you start to get a little sick, the vaccine breaks it down. Like it doesn't let it. Yeah, that's some of the information that I got from this doctor. I think her name was Dr. Fitzgerald, I believe. She's from DC. I forgot the name. Damn, I forgot the name of her company, man. I wish I could plug her right now. But yeah, it was a really dope conversation. Mm-hmm. It hasn't come out yet.
Okay.
It hasn't come out
yet. Noted. Oh, so we got the secret source.
Yeah.
Got it. Right. Well, that being said, I feel like some people in that whole process when I went to go get the shot, it was very weird, really quick. To tell you. Went through, no nerds around, walked to the front podium. They were like, yo, you got your appointment? Yes. Showed them my phone, went through. They asked me like at least 5 different times if I have any allergies to vaccines or medicine. No. I sit down, right? Mm-hmm. Damn, this is going to fuck you up a little bit.
What?
So I sit down, I give them my ID, I tell them who I am, my birthday, etc., right? They're like, all right, cool. Sit down, what's your dominant arm, right? Cool, here's on your left. All right, bet. I sit down. She tells me, look to the right. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right. I look to the right, right? And then she does the shot.
You 4 years old? The fuck?
But what's funny is that now there's the thing. First of all, needles don't scare me.
Right.
In fact, let me ask you, do needles scare you? Or
you see how many tattoos I have?
Right. Okay. So exactly. Right.
Needles
so
don't scare
you would
me.
think that I'm a grown man, so I'm like whatever. But here's conspiracy theory, Eddin.
Okay.
I didn't see what the fuck they put in my arm.
They might have put Kool-Aid in your shit.
Right?
They put Starbucks in your shit or something. You don't even know, and that's why your arm hurting.
Yeah, that's why my arm hurts, yo. A little
right.
espresso in there.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, that's weird, but my arm hurts.
Yeah.
That's like I didn't feel shit like with the needle going.
Yeah.
You go, you sit down for 20 minutes and you go. What was funny to me about that is that once all that happened, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's all separated and shit. But everyone fucking piled into the escalator to go downstairs. Because, you kind of feel Invincible. That being said,
so is it like a mental thing?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know that, and that's a great question though. Is it mental?
I mean, did you feel like, so everybody crowded into the elevator? Was everybody crowded into the elevator because y'all feel like, yeah, we vaccinated, we ain't gonna hurt each other? Damn.
Yeah, that's like, it's like, yeah. I feel like that's kind of. I mean, I don't feel like, oh well, now I'm okay now.
Right.
You know what's gonna happen because you can still get that shit.
Yes, you can.
It's just a vaccine and it prevents you from like having further symptoms that will lead you to death and shit.
Why they ain't got vaccines for STDs?
That's a good question. They have like PrEP and shit like to not get like AIDS.
They do?
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
Is it?
I think that like when people take shit like that, they use it as like a license to wild out.
I hope not.
Yeah,
That's a good point though.
Nah, dead ass, man. If somebody takes like a fucking STD vaccine, it's like, all right, it's lit. Like I could, like, you know what I mean? Like I could go do whatever the fuck I want this weekend. Yo, you know what I mean? Like I could do whatever I want this weekend. I feel like that's how a person's mentality would possibly be if they did.
There's definitely an exceptional few who think they're invincible with this vaccine at least. Whichever one you get. I missed my fucking appointment and then I saw that I could just get one the next day. I was like, bet. That being said, I was just trying to segue really hard to Invincible.
Which right.
which
I quit it like 2 times that you tried to Invincible.
I'm not a pro yet, y'all.
It's all good. It's all good. We learning.
But yes, so Invincible season finale just happened.
Yes.
They actually got the cosign or the okay for I think a no doubt season 2 and 3.
Yeah,
from Amazon. How did you feel about the season finale? A lot of people were asking about that from me.
Yo, the season finale was really dark.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I mean, I was telling somebody to watch Invincible, and they was like, "It's a cartoon." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not for kids."
Is it a So I know anime is a cartoon. I feel like I was watching it. I'm like, this kind of look like anime.
I mean, anything that's illustration is like kind of like a cartoon in the mind.
Right.
But like, I mean, I'm really watching the shit like it's a real full on film or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, it was really fucked up. Just how to like. Just looking at my son being in the room with me now and like how the father treated the son in the end, like it was really fucked up. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to be next.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what's really going to be next with this shit. But there's another show that I think may be within the realm of Invincible. It's not the same thing. Jupiter's Legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah, that's coming on Netflix. I did some light like looking into it, which. Is it Image Comics? I don't know who made this shit, but does it have anything in the description for it?
Jupiter's Legacy, Netflix, Steven S.C.
Well, I can't wait. The shit is coming out soon. You know what I mean? Like, but I checked out. It's a graphic novel. I was in Midtown Comics and I read like a little synopsis on the shit. I think it's gonna be hard. Like I think it's gonna be hard. So that's the next thing I'm looking for.
If you don't mind saying a little bit, what is Jupiter's Legacy about?
You said what is it? What
is it about?
I don't know.
Oh,
I got caught by the fucking marketing.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I just probably because of the algorithms and shit I watch on YouTube, the shit popped up on my feed one day on YouTube, and I was like, all right, let me check out this trailer. And I was like, what's this? And then I was like, oh, it's some comic book shit. I started looking into it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check this out.
I'm glad you watch trailers. I don't like watching trailers.
You don't like watching trailers?
No, because I've had. First of all, the filmmaker in me, quote unquote, will look at them, break it down, and it kills everything for me.
So it doesn't. For me, it's like the trailer. It builds my anticipation. I've watched like, okay, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is over. WandaVision is over.
Oh, someone asked how you felt about the Loki trailer.
I've watched. This is what I was about to say. I watched the Loki trailer like disgustingly. Like I watched that shit so many times, bro. Like, cause the Loki shit, I feel like that shit is gonna be. It's gonna be big. Like pause. Like the Loki shit is gonna be. It's gonna be crazy, like you know what I mean. Like, it's gonna be crazy.
It looks good.
It does. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
I feel like Disney is killing it this year.
Oh come on, man! Disney is like the greatest. Disney is definitely like the biggest company, greatest company.
I mean, the mouse has.
Yo, Disney owns ESPN, bro.
Yes, and Nat Geo.
Fuck it, it's the best.
And Star Wars.
And Marvel.
That's hard.
and a bunch of other shit we probably have no idea about.
Right.
So yeah, Disney is the greatest company.
So if you were to try to rank like your top 3 streaming services, because I feel like that's always the conversation online, right? Because a lot of people are like, I saw somebody put a caption. I think it was Kaz. Shout out to Kaz. But I think Kaz said that like HBO is probably top rank or not top rank. I don't want to misquote.
Or streaming services?
Yeah, but I think HBO
Max.
I think HBO Max is pretty like.
Yeah,
Right now, my top 3, no doubt.
I'm jacking HBO Max. I fuck with HBO Max. I fuck with Disney Plus heavy, Netflix, Amazon Prime as well. I'm watching this new show on Amazon Prime called Them. Shit is really bug.
Oh damn, my boy! Shout out to my boy Ruby.
It looks
He
very
was telling
Get
me about-
Out-ish.
he told
Yeah,
me-
that shit
He
is.
told me that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish it today. Well, I'm gonna just try to tap more into it today. But yeah, that shit is crazy.
So top 3
Top 3.
for you.
I could go with HBO Max because HBO Max has been provide. See, HBO Max has all of my favorite shows, so it's like it got Game of Thrones. I could watch Entourage. Like it has all the HBO properties.
Yep.
Then I gotta go with. Probably gotta go with Netflix. Nah, I love Marvel so much. I gotta go with.
I feel like Netflix. And that's why I'm asking because I feel like Netflix has like, I don't
know where to rank them, but I know what my tops are, but I just don't know where to rank them because I
Netflix?
really like Amazon Prime as well.
Netflix, Disney, and Prime.
Netflix, no.
Netflix.
Max,
HBO Max, right?
Netflix,
Oh, okay, Netflix,
Disney, Prime.
Disney, and Prime.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I haven't really tapped in on Hulu and none of that shit.
Hulu is like if you really want to watch a lot of these NBC shows or ABC shows or Love and Hip Hop, just TV. I think it's like very strictly like rerun TV,
TV? All right.
on demand. That's what I think Hulu is best for. Even though they did have a couple of like good premiere shows and stuff.
Yeah.
HBO Max is like what you said. It's like, you know, you want to watch all those HBO exclusives, The Wire, Entourage,
And they doing real great with their premieres.
the premiere
yeah.
theatrical movies. Do you think that things like streaming services like HBO are killing the theater business?
No, I wouldn't say killing the theater business because that wasn't the intent. You know, I think that they just had to maximize the opportunity. Like, yo, we spending all this fucking money creating these films, and how are we gonna get them out because COVID is still going on, right? So it's like, I don't think it kills the movie because I still want to go to the movies.
Same.
I haven't gone to the movies. Like the mall I'm by like has a movie theater in it. Every time I walk by, I smell the popcorn. I'm like, damn, miss going in there. You feel me? But like, I still want to go back to the movie theaters.
Right.
Like, I don't think I wouldn't not go back to movie theaters because I feel like you know how sometimes music you have your audio experience, but you want the visual experience with the video.
Music video.
For movies, sometimes you want your home experience, but that shit hit different when you're around them big ass speakers and you know what I mean. It's dark and you got your snacks and you there with family. Like that's a whole different shit. But my next house, I'm gonna build a theater.
A home theater.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a home theater in my crib.
I feel that.
Yeah,
it's even the audience reactions. I've definitely gone on YouTube and watched like
I watch audience reactions all the fucking time.
reaction.
Yo, though, you know how many Endgame reactions I watch? Yo, nah.
I was on that
Infinity
whole
War.
this week.
Infinity War. I'm going down crazy. Yo, I'll go down a fucking rabbit hole of anything on YouTube, bro. Like if I find one thing that I'm interested in, I'll spend like 6 hours on that shit.
That shit's addicting.
Yeah, it is.
Before we really go into Invincible though.
Yeah.
Did you see any of the Oscar nominated movies?
I don't know. I didn't even watch that shit, the Oscars. Yeah. I forgot what I was.
How do you feel about that shit for now?
I've never really paid attention to the Oscars. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie and sit here and act like, cause you know I know there's a lot of shit that's going on. Shout out to my brother Van Lathan, man. Van Lathan he won an Oscar. I don't know what he won it for because I don't really pay attention to the Oscars. I watch films. I watch mad movies. Like my whole life is movie references and shit. But like I don't really watch Oscars and shit like that. Like I don't give a fuck. Like Oscars don't tell me about. The Oscars don't make me feel what's the best film. Same way like the Grammys. I don't like whatever one's best album or some shit or best new artist doesn't make me say, all right, I'm gonna go listen to this person. Yeah. I just watch shit. You know what I mean, I watch whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
But I think it's great for people to get awards and shit. But at the same time, I've never been like, yo, nah, I'm gonna catch y'all later because I gotta go in the crib and watch the Oscars. Like never, not once ever in my fucking life. Like never. Especially
nowadays, you don't really have to do that shit. You can just watch that shit later. But even that being said, it's also like, your standard isn't upheld from an award show.
Depends. Like I do like award shows though. I like performances at award shows.
Okay, yeah.
I do like certain performances and shit at award shows. Like even though I'm not crazy about the Grammys, like I love to see like a big dope performance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love seeing big dope performances, but I don't really give a fuck about like all of that.
Invincible. We find out what Omni-Man's true principle is on Earth.
Yeah, fuck the humans.
Fuck the humans.
Yeah.
I came through. I ain't even like this shit.
Yeah. Your mom's is a toy.
Yeah, a dog, a pet.
Mom's is a pet. Yeah, your mom's like a pet to me.
That's sick.
Nah, that shit was crazy, yo. Like, that shit was crazy. But, hey, man, we not going to spoil it for everybody. Listen, because Invincible, you might still want to get onto it.
Yes.
Great show. Check it out.
That being said, we did spoil. We
did
spoiled
spoil some of it.
No, I mean, yeah, okay, spoil
lightly, but you still gotta watch it.
There's a lot of shit. Yeah,
a lot of shit is up to your own interpretation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So definitely go check Invincible out.
Tweets by Wayno. Tweets with Wayno, if anything.
I be tweeting.
Couple of tweets. You be tweeting.
I just say what's on my mind for real.
Oh yeah, which is appreciated. That's what people. I mean, this is why you're here, by the way.
Right.
The Netflix documentary on PPP loans is gonna be monumental.
Absolutely.
What the fuck does that mean, Wayno?
Because people is like just going on social media and seeing how people is like. I've never seen so many people in my life with money, and I'm talking about like. All these kids got all this money. I was in Stadium Goods the other day, and it was like these young kids. Like, they didn't look too older than my kid. And they was like young. And this girl pulled out all this money. And I was like, what the fuck where is these kids get? She wasn't even dressed like she had money. I'm like looking at it like, you know what I mean? Definitely, God is not your only judge. You feel me? Like,
right.
I definitely judge people. I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
So I was looking at it, I was like, where this little girl get all this fucking money from? And it just made me think about this PPP shit, because I seen people like putting them shit on, like, yo, the PPP shit ain't over. If you trying to get in, they extended it to this. I'll tap you in with this person. We could get this money and all that. I'm like,
what is a PPP?
I don't fucking know. It's I don't know what it is.
Is it Paycheck Protection Program?
I don't know, bro.
So it's from the web. The Paycheck Protection Program is a $953 billion business loan established by the United States federal government in 2020 throughout the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act to help certain businesses, self-employed workers, sole proprietors, and certain nonprofit organizations and tribal businesses. So I guess you got a loan to help you through what was this pandemic.
This is the thing. For all you people out there who are fucking around with this, you're gonna go to fucking jail. Like, yo, dog.
Don't play with that shit.
You get in a PPP. You got a business, right? And you fell on tough times during COVID.
Yeah.
But you're claiming unemployment. How the fuck is you unemployed with a business? You know what I'm saying? Like what do you? The thing is that I don't know how. I feel like the government has given out tons of nooses for people to hang themselves with. Tons of them. They throwing them out there. While everybody thinking that they getting over on the fucking government. Oh nah, there's gonna be some hell to pay. Because guess what? All y'all gonna do is strengthen. Now, I don't know what the laws is regarding that shit, but I know that they're gonna come after everybody to get that money back. And when they do, maybe it might be your first time getting in trouble, but maybe you're a felon. Your ass gonna be fucked.
Yeah.
You feel me? And they just giving out all these they giving out ropes for people to hang themselves with. And while you're thinking that you're achieving or doing this and you buying them little stupid ass Cartier Santoses and them bullshits, you're gonna go to fucking jail.
I'll be very specific. I just want to say
because I'm telling you, bro, that's like the quintessential watch for these motherfuckers. Like, I almost bought a Cartier Santos and I didn't because of them shits turned into like Jordan 1s. Like, you know how Jordan 1s is special if you got certain ones, but everybody has Jordan 1s.
Yeah.
But if you got on certain ones, you're like, oh, all right, I see what you're doing. That's what the fucking Cartier Santos is. The Jordan 1. They just making them shits in all types of silly colors, all types of dumbass diamonds. I've seen the poorest of the poorest people with these shits that I know ain't got it with them shits. Yes, God is not your only fucking judge. You feel me? Like, that's a fact. Like, I definitely, people judge me too. I'm not, I always say that, I'm not sitting from the fucking, the golden throne. Yeah. But yeah, I look at shit. If I come outside and it looks great, I'm going to assume it's raining. So when I see a lot of this shit that's going on, trust, y'all in for some bullshit. Y'all going to keep playing. My only thing that I feel like, if you did take a PPP loan, I hope that you invested it and made some money back, so when they do come back, you can pay them back your bread and be all right. You know what I'm saying?
They count every single dollar bill you get.
Dog, I don't know why people, this is the thing. Money is so digital. Money is all digital. You know what I'm saying? Money is all fucking digital. So you think if you make up a couple of names that they're not going to figure, like you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to figure that out? Like, people are crazy. We got face recognition and all types of silly shit nowadays.
This is why I thought it was funny when people were talking about the vaccine at first. They're like, they don't put that chip in you. What?
Chip, you know what the chip is? Your fucking, not even, your social security number.
Yeah, exactly, right. I feel you.
It's a chip, but your social security number people can find you or find out anything you've done in your entire life by adding in those digits. And you talking about putting a chip inside of you? That should be the least of your fucking worries.
That is.
Come on, a chip. The crazy thing, even with the phone, right? So this is crazy. Like, people complain so much about, the government. You give the government your. If you on the sneakers app, don't talk to me about no fucking the government, because they have all your information.
Yep.
They know where you live. They know every fucking pair of sneakers that you bought. So, like, what are you talking about? The thing is that people try to fight against all the shit that they're a part of, not knowing that they're a part of the shit.
You think the government or somebody watches when someone, like, let's say cops like the new Travis Scott sixes that came out, and they know they didn't got it, and they're like, "Ooh."
Oh, nah, I don't think they watching. Nah, I'm gonna keep it 100. If they watching that much, it's really bad. I mean, it's already that bad. Listen, think all the worst things of the government. I don't trust them at all, because who the fuck is the government? Like, we know who the CEO of fucking the Dallas Mavericks is, right? Who's the CEO of America? America is a corporation. So who's the CEO of that? Some rich white people that we'll never know.
Probably. Yeah. Damn, don't do this, man.
What are you talking about?
This is conspiracy.
I be telling you all the time.
Yo.
Listen, don't fall victim to them. Listen, man. All right.
I feel that. I feel like there is. This is only conspiracy. I feel like I agree with you.
All right. So what do you think?
I think there is a smaller, not organization, but maybe like board of people who then probably really orchestrate a lot of shit. Not like the.
Well, I mean, yes and no. I think that, like,
they know how to organize this shit or keep us in check, or quote unquote.
Absolutely. I mean, all right. So this is why I don't believe in the Illuminati, because the people always talk about, like, what's crazy about, like, success? People always say that, like, in order to, like, attain a high level of success, you had to sell your soul. Right? Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
I can only imagine
Souls
how many
is
people thought you sold your soul.
Yeah, like, huh?
I can only imagine how many people thought you probably sold your soul.
I don't give a fuck what people think. That's the thing. It's like, I don't care. Like, so the whole souls are not for sale. You want to know why? Because if souls was for sale, people would be selling them every day.
The black market would be crazy.
Because you want to know why? No foresight. If you told a person, listen, all right, if you give me your soul, right? You might not make it into heaven. I don't know if you're gonna make it into heaven or not, but you might. But you could get compensated for it. You know how many people right now? You know how many people would do that? Right? You know how many people would actually fucking do that? There'd be a line down the block and around the corner for that shit.
And probably less than $1 million.
Way less than $1 million.
Way less than $1 million.
Way less than $1 million, bro. But see, that's why the whole thing with selling your soul is a metaphor.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, selling your soul is basically like doing something that's not in your character for some bread. Right? Something that you normally wouldn't do. Or compromising your integrity, you know what I'm saying, for some bread. Now, like, for me, I always feel like any money that I'm offered, it shows me my worth, so I know that I could triple that. So why would I take it? Like, if it's something that I don't want to do, I'll just grind it out.
Yeah.
Bro, if I was a fucked up person, I'd be rich a long time ago.
I get that.
Yeah, I'd be rich a long time
ago. That being
said,
Wayno's a real person. He's not a robot. He daps me up every time he sees me. He has a soul. Just so you guys want.
Yo, man,
you guys are figuring out.
So your fucking soul.
You tell someone you've helped them. Well, you've helped 1,000 times or 100 times. You can't help 101, and then it's quote unquote same people you see on the way up, you see on the way down. End quote. Why a bum ass trying to manifest my downfall?
Yeah, yo. So look, right.
Is this a sub?
Not really. It just was something that I thought about, because I see people say that to people. Like, I seen somebody saying, like, yeah, same people you see on the way up, you see on the way down. What makes you think when somebody goes up, they have to go down?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I believe in karma, a lot of bad people don't come around for everybody. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of bad people who be good for the rest of their life, right? So all I'm saying is like, it's been numerous times where I've seen people say, like, oh, like, when you the same ones you see on the up, same people you see on your way up, you gonna see on your way down. Why the fuck is you talking about me being on the way down? Like, cause it wasn't a sub to nobody, but it made me think about times where people might have said that same thing about me.
Yeah. And
I just think, like, what gives, like, if you're in a space where somebody doesn't want to be associated with you, because the problem that I've found in my line of work is that, like, everybody looks at you to save everything. It's like everybody thinks that, like, you can just change everybody's life with the fucking snap of a finger or the flick of the wrist. Like, all right, I get a job, and the first thing a person does when I get a new job is ask me for a job before I even got some time in at my job. But in my line of work, right, it's like, I can't just get you in there. So it's like, all right, if you're a doctor, right? If you become a doctor, unless you're around other people who went to med school, they're not coming to you saying, yo, make me a doctor.
Yo, hook me up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna be like, yo, oh, you in the hospital? Oh, you a brain surgeon? Yo, word, you think I could be a fucking assistant brain surgeon or some shit? Right? But look, I get a job in music and people like, yo, you think you need an assistant? Why? Because you listen to music? That means that you can be my assistant because you listen to music? No, motherfucker. Like, so that whole mindset or that mantra that people live by, like, yeah, it goes into that, the same shit we was talking about before about being underrated.
Right.
All of that about like that. Oh, you manifesting for yourself that you'll still be down when I eventually come down. If you tell me the same people you see on the way up is the ones you're gonna see on the way down, then that means you already feel like you're stuck down. So why would I even extend to bring you up if you don't even have that foresight for yourself? You get what I'm saying? Not enough people want to apply themselves to things. You know, they just want to fucking leech on this shit. And that's not everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not a fucking leech. But you got these people who feel so strongly about I see it not just in my field, but other fields, right? Like, you feel like people who, you might got a homegirl who sell wigs, right? I'm going to talk to a different demographic than mine. For any of the young sisters that's out there that's selling their wigs or doing eyebrows or doing nails, you might start your business and you got your nail tech thing going on. You selling your wigs or you installing weaves or whatever the case it is that you're doing. And you're doing good at it. And then a person sees the benefit of what you're doing and says, how can I be down? Not how can I learn to be an asset to what you're doing? How can I just jump into your seat? Like, how can I sit next to you? You can't just fucking sit next to me. That's why every seat on the plane costs a different price. You feel me? You can't just fucking.
I like that analogy.
You can't just sit next to anybody.
You can't just be first class.
No, you can't. You got to work for that. To where you can sit in that space to be. Because what is first class about? Comfort. But what is that comfort about? That's about your mind. A person that sits in the back could just be just as comfortable as a person that's sitting in the front.
Exactly. If
they got the mindset. So if you all the way back, if you all the way in the back, if you can't see yourself grinding up to the top, then what gives you the fucking audacity to feel like you belong in that seat?
Right. So you're granted that.
Exactly. That's the thing. Guess what? God is not your only judge, people.
It's true.
Not your only judge.
Sometimes I feel like people they should judge themselves a little bit more.
Self-assessment.
Exactly.
Self-assessment is such a big part of knowing who the fuck you are. Bro, you know what I had to... It's a few things that I'm working on in my career. But I had to say to myself, especially with my company Triangle Offense, right? I had to say to myself, do I really want to keep managing artists? Like, do I really want to be I came from Rockefeller, so I wanted to build a Rockefeller, right? But then I said to myself, I don't really... Rockefeller was built with a J. Dame and a Biggs. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rough Riders was built with a DNY. You know what I'm saying? Murder Inc. was built with a Irv Gotti, a Chris Gotti, a BJ, and all these other people. And all of these companies I looked at that I wanted to emulate, I said to myself, I can't just be that on my own. But I also haven't felt like I've put myself in a position to find an equal partner. So I had to really have a real self-assessment and say, nah, fuck that. I'm not gonna keep doing this. I've achieved it on multiple levels with different artists I've managed. But at the same time, I looked in the mirror and I had to say, yo, I'm burning a fucking hole in my pocket building a studio that nobody uses. I'm burning a hole in my fucking pocket building an office that nobody uses. Why the fuck am I building all these resources for everybody else to use and they not using them? I need to put those resources on myself. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like a lot of us, we feel like, all right, we want to be the boss and this, that, and the third. But I had to understand, like, Wayno's his own boss. I can't be the boss of everybody else. I can't. Now, I definitely lead in a certain space because I do still have people that work with me. I have people that work with me and I put the right people in position that work with me in different places. But I had to say to myself, like, dog, like, I cannot be the person that runs everything because it's too much on me. And that's for like other people. If you sitting out there and you're trying to like, all right, I want to start my media company or my clothing line and it is, or that, or whatever. Just because you came up with the idea does not mean that you're going to be the fucking end all be all. You need to position other people around you and delegate tasks of shit that you can't do. Right. You can't do everything. Because the only thing you're going to end up trying to do everything is trying to hold up a burning house. And you'll be under that shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that rant was about.
No. I mean, it was the tweet.
It was the tweet.
It's from the tweet, but
that's
it's just I'm kind of more so just like almost embedding that in my head, because even the last few months I can relate into the fact that it's like a self-assessment is just very much understanding not only your own worth, but the worth about things that you do.
Right.
Probably the people around you.
Yeah.
But also just like you can't control everything and everyone, and you have to know when to let go of some shit that's really like holding you back.
So I'm gonna throw this in early. Homework. I'm gonna throw the homework in early, and it's not a book. Mm-hmm. It's not a book. It's not a movie. It's not a documentary this week. It's self-assessment. Take a good look in the mirror, literally and figuratively. Take some time, look in the mirror this week, y'all. If y'all listening, look in the mirror and write down what you want to be. If you look in the mirror and you like, damn, I need to get my health in order, start working on that. If you need to get your mental in order, if you look in the mirror and you like, damn, I'm drained. I'm noticing that my eyes is a little bit darker because I've been putting up extra nights. I've not been getting no sleep. I haven't been able to think because I'm not sleeping or eating right. Take some time to sleep and eat right. If whatever it is, the homework for this week, y'all, is to work on yourself. Please work on yourself and send us tweets. Let us know what's going on. We're a community over here.
This is a good moment for you guys to look at your check engine light.
Absolutely. Look at your fucking check engine light before everything comes on. For real, before it's too late. Cause I
better see that on a tweet.
Better see that. You feel me? Let's go, Ed. Let's go.
Real quick.
Yeah.
We are seeing a prospect coming out from high school, a 17-year-old Dominican kid. I can't even say man yet. I'll say kid. There is one special thing about him. Literally one thing. And that is that he's a one-armed basketball player by the name of Hansel Emmanuel. Shout out to the Dominicans in my life. But yeah, we're looking at some footage right now. And if you haven't checked us out on YouTube, go on YouTube. So Hear Me Out with Wayno, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. Check this out. This dude is not only going from side to side, getting buckets, but also defending.
Yeah, yo, this kid.
Look at that.
Oh.
Look at him. Bow, pass. Oh, get it back. This is an AAU tournament.
This is the tournament.
Yeah,
it's not him. It's some of his highlights.
I'll find exactly his highlights in a second.
It's all good, but I mean, he's going viral like the past month, right?
Yeah. How do you feel about a player like that? A one-arm player.
Yo.
Do you think they're kind of just giving it to him?
Huh?
You think they're just giving it to him?
What you mean?
Like not giving it to them as in like giving him the work, but more like, they feel bad and.
Nah, hell no. That kid, he's working. He's working for that. Like, bro, I don't know. You ever fucking sprained your wrist before?
Yeah, no doubt.
Bro, spraining your wrist feels like you lost a fucking arm almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't imagine just a kid. Look at this, like him growing up.
Wow.
Him growing up. I don't like. Has he not had his arm his entire life?
I don't know about that actually. It's a great question.
Yeah, like has he not had his arm his entire life? Like I want to know that.
Like the thing for me is that it's not even that he doesn't even have a hand. It's he has just one arm.
He has one arm.
So, Emmanuel.
Nah, but yo, that's crazy. But you know what I see when I see this? Determination. I know a dude, is this kid in the hood that had one hand. They used to call him Joe Nub.
Joe Nub?
Joe Nub.
That's a crazy name.
Yeah, he had the nub.
Best way possible.
Huh?
The best way possible. That's like a good
He had
name.
2 arms, but he was missing a hand.
Yeah.
But I seen him knock somebody out with the nub before.
Damn!
That's serious. They used to call him Joe Nub, bro. I remember one time somebody's like, yo, Nub, he got to a fight and he knocked the nigga out with one hand. I mean, with the nub. Boop, bop. Like, he came down with this one and it came with the...
He set it up with the right and knocked him
out with the nub. Knocked him the fuck out cold with the nub, dog. He's from the east side. I ain't seen Joe Nub in years. I don't even know what happened to Joe Nub.
How do you explain getting knocked out by a nub like that?
Listen, never underestimate your opponent.
Good point.
Never underestimate your opponent. Same with this kid. Like, you see, but I grew up, like, there was another dude I remember in the hood, like, he ain't had one hand, but he had the little chicken wing arm. You know, he had the little. I know what you're talking about. But his jump shot was crazy. But it was right. So his drink was like this. One drink was like this.
He'd hold it with that and then push with the other.
Yeah, like he would hold with that and push with the other. But I'm talking about he was left-handed.
Knocking him down.
Knocking them shits the fuck down. Like knocking that shit down.
So apparently Emmanuel lost his arm at the age of 6. when I think a wall fell on him.
Damn.
Yeah, a wall fell. Yeah. So actually, yeah, so he was 16 in this article, but he lost his arm when a wall accidentally fell on him on the age of 6.
Where's he from?
He's Dominican.
I mean, he's Dominican, but is he from DR? Like, just because you're Dominican don't mean you're from DR.
I think he is particularly.
He might be from the Bronx. Like, or Boston. It's mad Dominicans.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought
it's mad Dominicans in Boston, mad Dominicans in the Bronx.
Let's see. I'm gonna put origin.
Origin.
I mean, everywhere I've like looked up, it would say like Dominican basketball player.
Oh, he's live in one of the poorest neighborhoods in San Domingo. All right, so he's from DR. I mean, but listen, like when you see something like that, man, I don't want to hear no fucking excuses. Like right now, my son play ball. You see that shit? Exactly. The kid got one arm. He ain't making no excuses. Pretty sure he through. Yeah, because I'm not. Listen, I tell you one thing. If I'm his age and I'm playing against him, I'm not sparing him because he has one arm.
You shouldn't.
I'm not sparing him.
You shouldn't.
I'm going crazy. We going crazy. But salute to Hansel Emmanuel, right?
Hansel Emmanuel.
Yeah. Salute to that kid, man.
High school prospect.
You know how many people I know make excuses all day, got 2 arms? Like, the fuck? My sister was born with 6 fingers, too.
If you do,
you ever seen that?
Whoa.
My little sister, yeah.
Was born with 6 fingers?
She was born with 6 fingers.
On each hand? Or
no, on one hand. Like, on this hand, she was born, it had like it wasn't like a live finger, though. It was like a little piece of skin, and it had like just this part. It had a little nail on it and everything. It was like a little finger. And what they did was when she was born, they tied a string around it so it wouldn't get no circulation.
Oh,
and then like it came off when she was like 3 though. Like she was a baby. She was like touching my mom, and my mom had on chains, and she went like this, and it came off. Yeah, but it didn't. She didn't feel it. But yeah, she had 6 fingers. My little sister was born with 6 fingers. Sorry, TT, I'm telling all your business. I love you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my little sister had 6 fingers.
My face was shocked. It just fell off. I mean, that's cool though.
Yeah, it just came off.
That's a nice little. Wow.
That has nothing to do with having one arm.
It doesn't. But that being said, because I mean, like low key, she was at an advantage.
No, she wasn't.
That. I mean, it came off. But yeah, so I forgot who it was, but someone was like saying that they'd probably just ease up on him because of it.
They ain't easing up.
Low key. Shout out to low key. That someone would ease up on him. I don't think so. In fact, if I was the opposing team's coach.
Now we going crazy.
I'd be like, yo, you're going to let the one arm dude fuck you up like that?
Yeah, man. No, absolutely. I mean, like, honestly, bro, like, I'm not sparing him. Fuck that. He dunking on people.
He's killing it. Yeah.
Fuck if you got one arm, he still can score. He's hitting threes. He's athletic. He's mad athletic.
Right.
It just goes to show you his skill level. Let's say he had 2 arms. That's why I want to see, like, man, they gotta start making them new prosthetics and shit. Like, yeah, like, okay. Imagine if but yo, you think he have a disadvantage? Or I mean, not a disadvantage, but you ever remember the shit that not Kevin Hart, Cat Williams joked about Tink Tink when he's like, man, the kid had the poor little Tink Tink. He had he was like, yo, they was like, he beat everybody. He's like, the motherfucker ain't got no legs. He running on the shit or whatever. An unfair disadvantage.
I feel like a prosthetic would fuck him up though.
So I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, because they starting to put a ban on, like, I guess transgender athletes?
I saw something like that.
Yeah.
That's a good question. It's also hard for me to give an opinion, only because I really don't got like transgender people in my life, and I'm not transgender. But from what I know, I think there's like a whole hormonal process that a lot of transgender people go through, where it's just like, am I gonna really criticize and be like, oh, that's a man in a situation like that?
So look, no, finish. Go ahead.
No. I mean, that's like kind of more of the.
I feel like it depends. It depends. It really depends on this, because I feel like this, right?
Oh, you think it depends on the sport?
It depends on the sport. No, it really depends on the sport.
No, that's a good point.
Because if I feel like, I don't want to say. All right.
No, and this is. Let's say Kyle Anderson. There's context here, by the way. This is just an analysis.
Let's say Justice Winslow, right? What's Justice Winslow body? He's 6'8", 6'6"? 6'6". How much does he weigh?
He
gotta weigh 2 something.
About
222 pounds.
Yeah.
And he decides that, he wants to transition or something.
Yes.
Sorry, Justice, you just the first person I thought of.
Yes.
But he takes this opportunity to now go to be eligible in the WNBA, right? he's gonna have an advantage. Just specifically on his athleticism. Now, when it comes to sport, when you look at basketball, when men, because don't get me wrong, it's women that cut ass. Like, it's women that I know kill dudes in basketball, but the athleticism is different. That's why you don't like. It's a woman every now and then that could dunk, but there's no female Vince Carter. You feel me? There's no female Blake Griffin, right? So there was a transgender MMA fighter that at 30-something years old gets into MMA, right?
Yeah.
And starts, because that's how I found out about shit from Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Was whooping everybody ass until they got beat by a woman that was born a woman, right? But it's like, yeah, you're gonna, like, you have an advantage. You definitely have an advantage. Just by size, all that shit, you got an advantage. And was a fighter prior to becoming a fighter. That's why I feel like it's not fair. Like, you can't go be a fucking champion in this side and then, like, in a male competition of the sport and then go, because I feel like that's mad unfair. I feel like that's super unfair.
So what do you, how would you regulate it? How could you?
I don't know that. That's not my job.
And that is not your job.
I don't know.
That's the tough part about it, because it's just like, how do you regulate something like that? Do you make it like a unisex or open sex?
Nah, yo, nah, you can't. You can't, bro. Because you can't. Imagine, bro, like, all right, so Ronda Rousey, right? I always say this shit. Remember how people was talking about Ronda Rousey boxing Floyd Mayweather, right?
Yes.
Ronda Rousey is not beating no fucking Floyd Mayweather in no boxing match. But if Ronda Rousey can grab Floyd Mayweather, she will kill him.
Probably, yeah, okay.
If she could grab him, she would kill him.
Yeah.
But if she's boxing, she's not beating him in no fucking boxing match. That's, I ain't gonna front. If we ever have a time where there's like a league where men can fight women, the world is super fucked up, bro.
You think so?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's say like Cyborg, bro, or Amanda Nunes. I could see those two, mainly Amanda Nunes, because she a beast.
Yeah.
I could see her fucking a couple people up from
Conor McGregor. No,
I don't know, but I would love to see that.
Because every time you think of it, you like, But
why not?
Nah, bro.
You wouldn't pay money to see that?
I'd pay money to see all types of fucked up shit.
You know what?
I definitely, but
it's not. I don't think it's fucked up, though.
Nah, bro. Like, so I don't. But see, this is the thing. I feel like I understand, right? There are women that are better than men at certain things, but there are men that are better than women at certain things. I feel like that's design. That's not coincidence, right? When it comes to fighting, that's a very, very weird place to. Because if we create a league where men can fight women, what message are we sending about domestic violence? I think consciously that changes the way how people perceive. Like, so imagine a young girl grows up watching her favorite MMA fighter beat men up, or vice versa. You feel me? I mean, it changed. It definitely changed. Everybody's not gonna become a fucking MMA fighter. So it definitely.
I wouldn't think that a lot of people who watch like.
Bro, you gotta change mad laws for some shit like that.
I feel like a lot of people who grow up watching martial arts and stuff like that, or let's say even violence in cartoons, they don't really grow up to be violent shit like that. You know what I mean? So I feel like you could have something like that between men and women, and it won't. Most people result in something like.
Most people I've met in martial arts that are really dangerous are really nice people.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But I'll tell you this: one time when I first started taking Muay Thai, a girl kicked the shit out of me, dog. No, I'm talking about knock the fucking Sonic rings out my shit. Dead serious. Remember I was telling you about my trainer Chris?
Yeah.
Bro, sparring, and look, underestimating your opponent. Now I didn't know how good she was or wasn't. I wasn't good at all when I had started, and I'm still not that good. Like, I'm basic.
Yeah,
I'm novice. I'm very, very novice, right? Like, I'm very, very novice. But like, you know, I'm because I was scared to spar. So I'm watching all these people sparring shit. You know what I mean? And then my man Chris, this is before me and Chris was tight though.
Yeah.
Chris puts me in there like, yeah, come on. He like, come on. So she's shorter than me. Of course, she like 5'3".
Like, I got this.
I'm like, I'm throwing light little punches, like, So she's smiling and shit. He like, come on. He like, yo, I put my hand down for 1 second.
Oh my God.
When I tell you she kicked the shit out of me in my face, bro. Her whole all of this shit was
chin.
right here.
Yep.
Bang, like this. I fucking, yo, I was like this.
You saw birds and stars.
Nah, you know when you do get hit and then like you start seeing like the I started seeing that shit and I was like, and then when she kicked me, right, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna chill. Chris is like, no, come on, hit her. He like, come on, get her, bro, get her. I'm like,
do it.
Nah, I was like, I'm not fucking with her. She kicked the shit out of me, bro. She fucked my shit up. So maybe it's best that we keep that shit separate.
Okay.
Because if I would have joined the league that day, I would have retired that day.
Look, my last thing about this topic, I would love to see Conor versus Nunez, yo. That'd be crazy.
That would be
and
crazy.
You know what? I bet you she would love. But
then we're just talking about real life Mortal Kombat.
I feel like I heard of this too.
Yeah, the Kumatai. You never watched the Boondocks?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wow, the Kumatai. Nah, man, that should be crazy though.
Damn. Wow. Now I really want to say that. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay. Basketball. Damn. How the fuck did? Oh, okay. I'm wondering
we
how
talking about all types of shit.
Yeah. The Knicks.
Yeah.
The Knicks are still fourth place. Mm-hmm. They were on a 9-run streak. They were about to hit 10, and then the Suns shut them down. Chris Paul shut them down, to be honest with you.
Chris Paul is my MVP this year.
Chris Paul is killing it.
Chris Paul is a very big difference maker.
And he's a leader, man, because he's elevating Devin, bro.
Absolutely. He's a fucking... Chris Paul is my MVP. But the Knicks, all right, what LeBron said about them?
So LeBron said, right, because someone shared a tweet, which was a video of Dipset that was performing at the Garden, right? Shout out to Bryson Jenkins and DJ First Class. Then LeBron retweeted the Jenkins' tweet, and he said, "Ain't no denying Dipset, and the league is simply better off when the Knicks are winning." What do you think that means?
LeBron, man, you a Laker, man. Why the fuck is you... Look, all right, so look. I think what he means, because the thing about LeBron is, as much as like the great player that he is, he's still a fan of basketball.
Yeah.
And he likes to compliment people.
Yes.
Me personally, I don't like when he compliments people because he plays for my favorite team, right? But I get it. Yeah, the league is a better league. Like every time you look at the league of the years that the Knicks were winning, when you think back 1999 when the AFC went to the finals, you think back to 4, probably way before you were born. But like
94 is when I was born.
94 is when you was born. Okay, I was like in the 7th or 6th grade around that time when the Knicks went to the finals against the Rockets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, like you have some spurts in the early 2000s. That Stephon Marbury era was really weird, but the Carmelo era was kind of weird as well.
The first D-Rose era was kind of weird.
Yeah, but I think that I like this Knicks team because they're entertaining.
They are.
That's the thing. It's like they're an entertaining team to watch. And Tom Thibodeau, got to give Tom Thibodeau his props, yo. Like he's a great coach.
Great coach.
He changes the culture in locker rooms. You know what I'm saying? Like he changes shit and he gets shit done.
You think for the Knicks even standing at fourth?
They're gonna be dangerous in the playoffs
because right under them is the Hawks, and they're almost
4 and 5 play each other.
Yeah, they're almost 2 games away from.
That would be a great series.
Yeah,
that'd be a great series because I feel like both teams. It's been a long time before either of those teams was in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a very, very because it's gonna be Trae Young's first time in the playoffs, so people gonna see how he rises to the occasion of adversity, you know what I mean? Then leading a team from a long time. Then the Knicks is like they're gonna start bringing up and comparing them to all them old teams. It's gonna make a great story.
Julius Randle has put a staple in his.
Got to give him his props too, even though he didn't do none of that shit with the Lakers. I mean, he broke his leg his first fucking game as a Laker, but you know what I mean. Then he went to New Orleans and then Knicks. I mean, I like Julius Randle when he's in college too. So yeah, but
and two last things. Every month, just so you guys know, we will be asking you guys on our Instagram page, and I probably should have put it on the Twitter page too.
It's all good.
Questions that you would like to ask Wayno, and we're calling it Hearing Your Questions.
And it's live on the pod.
Right. So we have a couple of questions for you, right? I'll start off with some nerd shit. So Marcel Pohi, I hope I put that right, asks, does Wayno watch anime?
Not really. I used to watch anime. Like I used to watch like Fist of the North Star. Ninja Scroll. That's old school shit though.
Old school, yeah.
I tried to get into One Punch Man and Titans. I tried to get into Titans.
Yeah.
I watched Titans like a few times, but I never really dug into
about
it.
Attack on Titans or Titans?
Huh?
Attack on Titan?
Attack on Titan. Yeah. That's what it is. Attack on Titans. Yeah. I watched that a few times, but I haven't really dug into it.
Yeah.
I be into so many. I watch so many different things, but I'm gonna try to get back into it again. One of my little cousins.
Did you fuck with Dragon Ball Z?
What Dragon Ball Z is? Yo, I know.
That's what I was gonna say. That's basically anime too. So
it is. Yeah. It is, but it's like
so you were talking
mainstream
about
anime to a huh?
You were talking about Vegeta being like Prince Vegeta.
Vegeta's a fucking hater, but I feel like he's the most essential person on the planet, bro. Like you need a Vegeta, because Vegeta, while he might be a hater, he's also like one of the greatest motivators.
Yeah.
Like he was the one that pushed Goku to go to Ultra Instinct.
That's where exactly. You know that's where a rival is essential, in my opinion. Someone that you're not necessarily competing against.
Yeah.
But you guys hold each other to a standard.
Vegeta just be mad at everything though. He mad at Bulma all the time. He mad at Trunks. He be mad at he mad all the time. Like how you meet your son, you beat your son up.
Your future son up.
Your future son.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do love. I got a love for anime because growing up, video games. I grew up in the '90s, man. Everybody I grew up in my era thought they knew karate and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, so certain anime. I'm gonna get back into it though.
But someone asked, when are you gonna drop the audio version of your show? And that's from AC Perez. We already do drop the audio version. We drop it everywhere, every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Yes, we drop it.
We're not only. So how we gotta get the communication out there some way somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to. All right, we gonna do some shit.
People are like, "Yo, is it on Apple Podcasts? It's on
Spotify. It's on everything.
It's on everything where you listen to your favorite podcast, and this should be your new favorite podcast.
Maybe we gotta start getting some ads or something. Like we gotta start running our own ads or something.
Probably.
Come on, Doug. What are you doing?
He just
for the background noise is my son. You know what I mean? He don't know how to keep his phone in his hand, so he just dropped it. But it's all good. He cool.
He was looking at his phone. He's like, "Wow, it's really everywhere and everywhere you listen."
Right. Exactly.
He's like, "Damn."
Right.
Sharon, because there's like 4 H's, asked, why is the black man's ego so fragile?
I think that I have a problem with this question because this is a generalization. That's a general, like a blanket statement. I don't feel like all black men, our egos are fragile. I don't think that. But what I will say is that for a black man whose ego might be fragile, you gotta look at the black man's history, right? Over hundreds of years, the black man has been. And I'm not saying this by black women because I'm not one of those people that say black women don't support black men. By no means. The black man has been dragged, murdered, raped, taken advantage of in public. These are things I'm saying in public. Discarded, forgotten about. A lot of different things. I feel like for somebody whose ego who can be fragile is our egos are essentially like the DNA of who we are.
Yeah.
So specifically, I don't know like if Shannon was saying this about maybe a few black men she may know, or just black men in general. But what I will say is like people. I wouldn't say I completely don't have an ego. I think that there's levels to ego.
Yes.
So I feel like for me, my ego is who I am, but like I'm still learning who I am. There's no like top level of who I am. So I'm receptive. That's why I don't have the ego when it comes to like the level of like feeling that nobody like we untouchable, right? I feel like for me being a black man, in every sense of the word, unapologetically, there are a lot of black men who do work on themselves and try to build themselves up. And when they feel disrespected, they protect and they guard that. I mean, back to the first or second episode we talked a lot about nature, right? And in nature, if you look at nature, like animals have ego. When a male lion wants to mate with the lioness, he telling everybody, yo, get the fuck from around here. He'll fight whoever he has to get them away so that he could do what he needs to do. And she goes with the one who's the strongest.
One who fucks with everyone, yeah.
Right. So I feel like the ego that the black man may have there's a lot of things that play into it. That's why I can't answer that in a general question standpoint.
Yeah.
For me, do I have an ego? Yes. Do I have an ego in the space of I feel like nobody can tell me what to do, or I'm the top dog and nobody can't tell me shit? Nah, that's not who I am. My ego is strictly letting people know who I am and showing who I am. My confidence. I feel like, but I also feel like confidence goes in the ego, but you shouldn't be threatened by others' confidence in themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? If that answers, Shannon, hopefully I helped.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call this chapter of your life right now? Just give it a title. What do you call this chapter?
What I call this chapter of my life? If I could give this chapter of my life a title, I call it understanding. I would call it understanding.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I understand so much now, much more than I did at a younger age. My toleration, like me, I have a low tolerance for anything that's not conducive to me or my loved ones, and my loved ones and many people, to where we trying to go in life. So I'm understanding right now. Yeah.
And that question was from Rashad 101, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Fucks being humble asked, is 31 too old to start a career in the music business?
It depends on what you're trying to do.
For example,
Trying to be a rapper?
What if you're trying? Right, if you're trying to be an artist.
Not really. I mean, it depends. It depends on what type of artist you're trying to be. I feel like if you love hip hop and you feel like you're dope at it and you really want to make, like, if you want to do it independently because you love it and you want to grow a base that will support you, that you're not caring about if it's millions or chasing after like the shiny trophies that the young guys chase after, absolutely. You know what I mean? I feel like you could build a base. Like I look at this brother J.R. Payne. I don't know how old he is, but I believe he's a little bit up there. But J.R. Payne, like, no, his name is not brother J.R. Payne. His name is J.R. Payne. No, Payne. I know J.R. Payne is like, you gotta put in rapper.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like,
yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, like J.R. Payne, like.
Is it J or RJ?
RJ, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's RJ Payne.
I thought I was.
Fuck, my fault. I butchered your name, brother. My fault. RJ Payne, but I think like, to me, like I first heard him on, I think one of Benny the Butcher's projects.
Okay.
Or it might have been Westside Guns.
Mm-hmm.
But when I heard him, like, I understood immediately. When I first started following him, I understood immediately, like, he wasn't like the youngest guy, but I felt like what he was doing, like, and what he's doing is really fucking dope. Like, he got you, as you can see, he got his website set up.
Yep.
He got he's not chasing after a Breakfast Club interview. Like, I feel like a lot of new rappers are chasing after, they want to be Drake. Like a dude might start at, look, that's all his work.
That's his discography.
That's his discography. You know what I'm saying? And he's still putting shit out. And
from 2015.
Bro, and when I tell you this motherfucker can rap, I'm talking about, he be saying some crazy shit, metaphors, punchlines.
Yeah.
Like, he's that rapper's rapper. And I feel like he might be an older brother, but like, shit, he's doing it and he's doing it great. Like, I feel like he's a great example of what like an artist who might get their start, because he's been doing it for a long time. But I feel like he was formerly known as Rain Man, okay, a Brooklyn bred, Philly groomed battle legend. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like for what he's doing, like, he got a great space for himself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think that you could be too old. I don't feel like you're too old for anything that you want to do in life. You just got to understand where you at in life, and set goals for yourself.
Yeah.
But we done with that.
Last question.
Yeah.
From underscore the hip hop junkie, how do you balance fatherhood? Why did I put fatherhood and fatherhood and being a businessman? And which is very interesting. This question to me, because you're here at work technically, and you are here with your son in the background.
Yeah.
So how do you balance being a father and a businessman?
By showing your kids the business. You know, like, for me, my son specifically, not my daughters, but like my son, he the one that always wanted to be around this shit. Like, my son is on a cover of one of Dave East's projects.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always been around me when I gotta do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the type of things that I do. So I just bring him around. Like, the thing about it is like, if you're let's say you own the cleaners, right? And I'm just saying this because my man's you see that the one on the end? Yeah, that one. That's my son right there.
Oh,
That's him.
that.
Yeah. So when we did Dave's cover, Dave wanted to do a cover where it was like him looking at himself as a kid and his kid self looking at him. That's why my son is sitting on the basketball, because Dave grew up playing ball. So it was like him, it was a reflection. It was him looking at himself in the mirror. And we took that in front of the projects that we used to live in.
Wow.
You know what I mean? We was living in them projects at the time when we shot that. And I don't even know, how old was you when you did that, Schwaz? Nah, you was younger than 9. You had to be like 2015.
So let's see. Hate Me Now came out in 2015.
Yeah, so that's 5 years ago. He's 13, going on 14. So I could tell your age. The fuck? You act like you on here trying to be a bachelor or some shit. Like, you don't want people to know your age. Like, dog, you a kid. Fuck out of here, kid. Like, but whatever. Like, you know, the thing is I say like, all right. So let me finish up. My friend Troy, his dad owned the cleaners, but when I was a kid, he worked in the cleaners when he was my son's age. Oh. I'm saying, like, he worked in the cleaners when we was kids. That's the one that I told you. His DMX's man used to have the beauty salon right next to there.
And then he would come through.
Yeah. So like we would sit there and we'd be out there. We'd be talking to him, but he'd be behind the counter. He wouldn't come outside because he knew he had to do work. So I feel like whatever business that you in, if your kids are eager to know the business, educate them on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to encourage my son and my daughters. Like my oldest daughter, she's in school. She don't give a fuck about. I ain't gonna say she don't give a fuck about what I do, but like
that's not her, but like her interest.
Yeah, she's not really interested. Like my youngest daughter, you can't take the camera off her. She loves, like, she wants to be an influencer and all that.
Oh boy,
cool shit.
Nice.
You know, my son, like, that's why he don't want nobody to know his age. He on his cool fly shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I feel like, you know, just implement the kids into the business. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the best way to balance it out. You know what I mean? With your significant other. You know what I mean? With your children, bring them into it.
Last but not least, we know why you're here.
Right.
Khaled came out this week.
Yes.
Right? Dropped a whole, let's see, how many songs is it? A whole 14,
it's like 14, yeah.
Song.
It's shorter than the usual albums, though.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mad collabs. You got Lil Wayne, Lil Durk, Cardi. You got Bieber. You got Drake. You got Boogie. You got Timberlake, which is interesting.
Right. Well, okay.
Capleton.
I love the Every Chance I Get, Lil Baby and Durk shit. That shit is hard. I wasn't really a big fan of the Cardi record because I like Cardi flow on Wish Wish. The Big Paper is like she was more rapping. Big Paper, no haters. Like she was rapping on some old New York shit,
like anthem type bass.
Kind of cool. Like it was like a kind of like a Biggie type, Little Kim type flow. You know what I mean? Like cool. My favorite joints off here is the joint with Bryson Tiller, Roddy Ricch, and
Body Motion.
Yeah, and Lil Baby. Of course, Grease and see, it's really 12 songs because Grease and Popstar have been out. The Drake records. You know what I mean? Sorry Not Sorry. I love that record by Jay and Nas.
That being said, real quick.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about this pause game.
Oh.
Wayno tweeted out on April 30th.
Yeah.
Nas and Jay are still so good after all these years. In parentheses. Pause.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny to me because I was like, you didn't even have to do all that.
But it's not all that. That's the so I seen somebody say that
it's not that crazy, by the way. Yeah.
But the crazy thing about I seen somebody like somebody call me homophobic. I'm like, I'm not homophobic because I said pause. Like pause is just a game that we play.
Yeah, it's a kid.
People be reading too much in this shit, right? Yeah, the reason why I said that is because I said Jay and Nas is still good after all these years. One of my homies would be like, yo, that was crazy. Like, that's just a game that we play. That has nothing to do with disliking homosexual people.
Yeah.
It's just a game that we play. Right. Yeah, like, pause is because you might say something that might sound borderline.
Wild, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It might sound borderline wild. That don't mean, like, that has nothing to do with disliking a fucking, because homophobia is being scared of what? Being
gay or with gay people or around gay people.
I don't have that.
That's like the last of.
Bro, I'm not even thinking. That's just a game that we play. So when I'm saying that, trust and believe. When I'm tweeting, I'm not tweeting for the world. I'm tweeting for me and my homies.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not tweeting for. So that's why sometimes tweets can get taken out of context. Because when people put out tweets, you thinking about Michelle Obama tweeting or some shit like that. Or you think about Kim Kardashian tweeting.
I'd be like, damn.
Right, but I'm just saying it's like, yo, bro, like, that's just a game we play. I ain't fucking homophobic. Like, what type of shit is that? Like, and that's the shit that kills me because I be like, y'all people be like, yo, imagine thinking so into it where you feel like you have to. It's not something that I feel like I have to
This
do.
is probably
It's
just
a
a tweet. You were probably. I'm not gonna say you were on the toilet, but you were probably just doing some shit, and you were probably like, and then you're like, damn, that sounds kind of weird.
right.
Pause.
Yeah.
Like, you just sent the tweet out.
So what though? Like, it's my Twitter. What the fuck? Like, why are you worried about what I do on my Twitter? Does my Twitter matters that much to you? Like, why does my Twitter matter so much to you where you feel compelled to give a breakdown on me saying some shit to how I joke with my homies?
In hindsight,
mind your fucking business.
In hindsight, somebody probably thought you were there sitting there for like 5 minutes, be like, I don't know, this kind of this kind of sounds wild. Like, that's what people,
I think that's what people think that I'm thinking. Like, but think about how crazy that is. For somebody to think about what the fuck I'm thinking. Go get another job. The fuck? Like, I worry about what the fuck I'm doing. No, worry about what the fuck I'm doing. But just critique it for the pod. Go comment in the fucking comment section. Leave a review. If you feel like that, go leave it on the fucking reviews.
Say it there.
You feel me? Say it there.
Last thing from
last thing
from We Know Why You're Here.
All right.
TDE put out a tweet, right? A little video, right? It's a bar. It's like a status bar going up, right? With the TDD Top Dog Entertainment logo, saying the wait is over. I am a huge Kendrick Lamar fan, and if you didn't know, he's part of TDE, right?
Who doesn't know that?
Of course. I mean, you'd be surprised, yo. You'd be surprised.
Lil Wayne didn't know that.
He didn't know that?
No, you didn't see his Drink Champs episode? He's like,
no.
Nah, it's crazy.
See, look at that. If Lil Wayne didn't even.
But Lil Wayne lives on his own planet.
That's true.
Yeah.
Are we going to see new Kendrick?
I don't think so.
Would you hope to?
I would just say this.
Yes.
As a TDE fan, as a friend to my man Rhett Tone, who's the GM over at TDE, to my guy Musa, to Top. I have never had the privilege of meeting Top Dog, but I am a fan of that man's business acumen. I'm tired of the secret shit, man. I'm tired of this Marvel comic shit right here, bro. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the guessing game about when it comes to music. Put out music, compete. You feel me?
Do you want to go back to the proper rollout type shit?
I just want music. I don't give a fuck about all of that.
Okay.
I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of guessing. I'm tired of like every time Kendrick puts up a video at one time talking about some. He remember the shit he was talking about Top Dog. He like, man, you don't know. Tell him stop playing with my name when it was the rumor of him leaving TDE.
Yeah.
I'm tired of him not showing himself and he's playing and it was the Blues Clues. Like I'm tired of like the fucking Easter egg hunt for music, bro. I grew up on a time and an era where my artist gave me music. My favorite artist gave me music. Are you my artist? No. Are you one of my favorite artists? Yes, Kendrick. I want to hear some new Kendrick shit. I want to hear some new Schoolboy shit. I want to hear some new Ab Soul. I want to hear some new Isaiah Rashad. I want some new SZA.
J-Rock.
I want some new J. I said that too. I'm like, J-Rock out, bro. It took forever for J-Rock to put out an official album, and then he put one out 3 years ago. I want a new J-Rock album. I'm tired of all the fucking Marvel shit. Let Marvel have the secrecy. You feel me? Let them do the fucking Easter egg hunt shit. I want music. I want top dog entertainment to get back in the game and compete with everybody like I know they fucking can. This is cool, but everybody, and this is why I feel like if this is not a Kendrick album, you let your fans down to an extent. Oof. Because I feel like for real, when it comes to Top Dog Entertainment, the top artist that the fans are waiting for is Kendrick and SZA. Yep. So if it's neither one of them, it just I feel like, and this is me from a fan's perspective, this is not music executive Wayno. This is not none of that. From a fan's perspective, it makes people say, all right, fuck it. Let me go back over. OVO, when Party Next Door next album coming out? You know what I'm saying?
New division.
QC, when the new when the new Migos album coming out? Because now they putting shit back together. They doing songs on the Khaled album. They dropping snippets. All right, let me wait for that. You amplify the fucking. You put it in a certain place and then let people like think about it and who knows? We'll see.
Right.
Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that. Right. Before we go, as always, make sure you go and leave your reviews on Apple Podcasts. Let us know how you feel on the YouTube comments below.
Tell them share, subscribe, all of that.
Subscribe. And you want to talk about what's next to you?
No.
Never mind.
But
find out what I'm talking about, go to YouTube.
Right. Just go to YouTube and see. But for anybody who is out there listening, this podcast is for you. I am talking directly to you. Peace.